Hey guys, it's me Jessica. As you can tell by the title of this video, this is two books slash bind-ups that I couldn't read. Pretty much last night I tried to read one bind-up and didn't like it. Tried to read another one, didn't like that one. Needless to say, I went to bed frustrated and irritated. I guess that's what happens. You know, I've been reading some really great books lately, and you're bound to come into stories that, just don't work for you. Now, before I continue, the reason why this doesn't say book review is because I really can't give a full book review of these books. I haven't read them in their entirety. And also, I don't like to do negative book reviews. I've just decided this recently. So this is just kind of like an update. I do understand that not everyone is going to like every book. Certain books, it's really hard to relate to a character. You might have a personal issue with a character trait or an issue that that person endures. It may be there might be something about the story that you don't agree with, either religiously or just in any way. There's several reasons why people won't like a book. So, I do understand that some of you may have read these books and like them, but they are not for me. So, after watching Alex Reed's books 2010, his In My Mailbox Yesterday, I mentioned in my video that he had gotten a new Dangerous Angels bind-up that's republished and reprinted of Francesca Lia Block's. So I decided to attempt to read that book last night. This is my cover. This is the 2006 cover. I think it's really gorgeous, to be honest. The cover is about the only thing that I liked about the book. So I did read the first book, which is 80 pages, and it's called, I think it's called Wheatsy Bat, or something like that. Okay, that's the name of the character, which first of all threw me off. I understand people have unique names, but it was really hard to follow. Wheatsy Bat is a very unique, alternative, individual person. She, wears crazy dresses, and she has, weird hair, and I honor those that are very unique and don't conform to society. And I used to be very, I used to wear fishnet arm stockings, and I used to have streaks through my hair, and trust me, I've been there. But another thing that threw me off in this book is that it's very Los Angeles oriented. And that's something about Francesca Lia Block's books, all of her books. I've read Girl Goddess #9, I've read Wasteland, I think I read Echo, I think it's called. Yeah, Echo. And I read another one too. And they're all, she's from LA, and she incorporates things about LA in all of her stories. This one especially, it was very hard for me to understand the relationship between the two main characters, because she would say they went to this place and they enjoyed this, or they went here and they did this. Now, if you've never been to these places, you're not going to understand the nostalgic feelings that they're getting for being in these places. Also, while she did deal with some really serious teen, even adult issues, because I think the girl was just graduated from high school or something. She was very young. I could relate to that. So there are some good things about it. The writing, it's just, I couldn't relate to it. I'm not saying her writing is necessarily completely bad. I did read the entire first book, 80 pages. I can see how it could be a series. I could see how someone would want to keep reading. I could see how this evolved to 5 stories. But I personally felt just not very compelled to continue reading. It was just very strange, a lot of the things. The girl obviously has a lot of mental issues, and you'll understand because of what they talk about her childhood. That happens. I'm not trying to be insensitive or something, but this just wasn't my book. So I did read the first one. I didn't read the next 4. So I did finish one of the books, but it's only 80 pages, and you could tell, it reads really fast. So I read that in probably an hour, but I gave up on it. So that's Dangerous Angels. So I gave up on that, and once I get in a groove with reading, I want to read for several hours, if I have the time. I wasn't tired last night, so I said, alright, let me pick up another book. Let me see if I can get into another book. Right? If you guys, I don't know about you, but I get kind of disappointed when I don't like a book. It just makes me sad. I don't understand why, but I just always do. I feel like someone really put their heart and soul on paper for us to read, and then I just didn't like it, you know. So this is what I picked up. Kissed by an Angel, Bind Up by Elizabeth Chandler. You guys know I love Elizabeth Chandler. She's one of my new favorite authors in a group of less than 5 people. I couldn't read this, and I totally understand where Karen OCD of Books was coming from. She read the first one and she liked it, and she read the second one called The Power of Love, and she just didn't like it. I kind of just got there before her. I could have saw myself reading the whole first one. The problem is the main character, Ivy, I just didn't like her. I couldn't. I just saw very negative things resulting, and I guess probably because I watched Karen's review. And I'm thankful for that. I don't want, Karen, I don't want you to feel like you ruined it for me. But I'm thankful that I watched your review, because I think I would have wasted my time. And like I always said, so little times, too many books to read, right? So I read about 50, 60 pages, and I just realized that, one, the story was taken really slow to get going. Parts where they really could have developed and made something out of it, it was just slow. And also, I want to look at something right fast. Oh, this is 95. What were the other ones? So this was before she wrote Dark Secrets. That makes sense. So I was just about to say, how can Dark Secrets, all of those Dark Secret books, be so good? And this isn't. So that kind of makes sense. She, I don't know, she really nailed it with the Dark Secrets, all 5 of those books. So don't be discouraged to read Elizabeth Chandler, guys. Definitely pick up the Dark Secrets 1 bind-up, Dark Secrets 2 bind-up, and the 5th installment of that series will be out in November. I already had got a copy of it and read it, and that is called The Back Door of Midnight. So, but this book I just couldn't, and I'm glad I didn't waste my time. I'm really glad. I know someone else who enjoyed this. Both of these, I'm going to get something great on swap, so, you know, I'm still going to get something for it or whatever. So I'm just kind of discouraged with reading. I just don't know what to read, and I know you guys feel my pain. So I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm going to read. I'm definitely going to read something today. It's Sunday. I mean, this is like my real kickback day, and I need to take advantage of my downtime, but excuse me. I just don't know what I'm going to read. But those are my 2. I don't like comments. I won't say negative reviews. Take it or leave it, I guess. That's just my thoughts. Have a great Sunday. Happy football day. And this one's for Dylan. Happy bind-ups. Bye.